How's it going? I'm doing it old school today. What's up, brother? I got out here and realized my battery wasn't working after I'd already pushed off. So I'm like, oh well, I'm glad I have my paddle. I'm out here and the first thing I see is something out here in the middle that shouldn't be here. A bunch of trash next to my truck. Yeah, I should be. So I'm the only one that fishes out here. There should not be a bobber because I don't use bobbers. All right, that's that. So, oh well, I picked the trash up and I got the bobber. Big Lip Lure sent me this chatterbait. I want to give it a try. The monkey milk chatterbait's been doing real good. Huh. Well, I just saw a nice sized bass over there, just kind of floating on the top. Most of the time, yes sir. Every now and then it'll tell me I'm reconnecting. You definitely do. Need to bring a john boat and a kayak out here one day. All right, well, something just bumped it. That's a good start. We got a little bit of rain coming. Brought my big sombrero hat just in case it does start raining. I can cover my phone up. Not a good day not to have the trolling motor, but that's okay. The bite's been real bad out here. It's like the spring it was good up to spring, and then once it started getting hot, the bite just went away. So I really haven't been coming out here much. Hoping that changes. Now that's cooling off a little bit. Hey, what's up, K-Pup? You doing all right? Trying to get a couple casts in between the rain. I got a couple lures that were sent to me. I wanted to give them a try. Hopefully this band is passing by pretty quick. All the red stuff seemed to skirt a little bit south, so I'm like, all right, well, we'll give it a try. Yeah, Ian, I need to get back down there with you too. down there in your area. I'd like to do a live down there. Yeah, I'm just sitting out here in the middle right now. Just glad there's no thunder, lightning. Then I'd be sitting in the truck for a So I got my phone close to my chest so I can't see the screen right now, but I'll check it here in a second. I'll be out here in the rain like this. I need to get me an otter box. Cascading's got some new Kestrel reels out. I was looking at those today. I don't know if I'm gonna pull the trigger on one of them or not. Obviously, thinking about it. What's up, Braxton? Slurry? Outdoorsman, what's up? Hope y'all doing good today. Yeah, I just couldn't wait on the rain. I just got some new lures, want to try them out. Can't help it. I know, I got a problem. But, you know, I think we all do, so, you know, at least y'all can sympathize. This is our AA meeting, I guess. Anglers Anonymous. I really like this one. It's kind of a bluegill one that he put together for me. I don't want to let us sink too far over there. There's all that snot grass over there, but I think I bumped one of those limbs. Getting too close to those trees. I lost my Bill Lewis knocking hammer trap the other day. On the other laydown on the other side of the lake. Well, it looked like a little rain band was coming. Maybe a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Haven't caught nothing yet. What's up, James? Yeah, I ain't afraid of no rain. All right, brother. Well, you have a good evening. Appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate those likes. It all helps out. Yeah, it looked like the bands went south of us. And then, so I was like, well, maybe I can get out there, get in between some of the small ones. But, I don't know. I may have to go sit in the truck for a minute. Not yet. Yeah, the other thing is, once I got out here, I realized my battery was dead. I'm not sure what was up with that. Got my phone up under my sombrero. Not really a sombrero, but it's a big rimmed hat with fans in it. So that way, in the summer, I like it. Not gonna use it. Not gonna turn fans on right now. But so far, no thunder, no lightning, so I'm good out here. Gotten one hit on this so far. All right, 2 hits. Ooh, it almost backlashed on me. Doesn't seem to fall very fast. Yeah, definitely appreciate the likes. Out here in the rain, come on, y'all. Dead battery. Doing it old school. Actually, I use my paddle, which is good because I always was like, do I really need it? Now I'll be sure to make sure I have it all the time. It's the only complaint I have about this vibrating jig is it doesn't fall very fast. Comes up really fast. That may not have been a fish. I was still excited. And actually, it may have been a fish, actually. One just came up right about where it hit it. Yeah, the rain slowed down a little bit. I could actually watch it that time. Seems to be slowing up a little bit now. I do appreciate y'all coming out here. Well, checked in with me anyway. Hopefully you won't see me get like I said, I haven't seen any lightning or had any thunder, so I feel pretty safe. Of course, my wife don't realize I'm out here. She's probably gonna figure it out here in a little bit, and she's probably gonna call me and tell me to get my butt back home out of the water. That's her job. She said that, you know, basically she just has an extra child at the house. All right, well, I'm seeing fish hit the top water and not really digging that because I'm not set up for top water. That can be. I have the 6 cents pesos, or I think it's the pesos. Come on. And I took the actual plastic that comes on that and took it off, and I put a clobber minnow on there. I was told there's crappie out here, so I've never really tried for crappie. I've always done bass fishing. I'm like, man, let me put something small in here, see what happens. Caught a tree. Hey everybody, I got my phone up close to my chest right now, so I'm not so I really can't see it right now because I'm got it underneath my larger brim hat. Keep it blocked from the rain. Right now I got the 6 cents pesos. I put a clobber minnow plastic on the back. Casting it over here by this tree. About to throw a fluke. But it's a little crappie jig, and the property owner told me there was crappie out here, and I really haven't tried to catch any crappie. So I'm like, might as well see. Ain't gonna hurt. The bite hasn't been great out here anyway, so you know, trying something new. That's what I've been trying to do. Feels like the rain's letting up. That's a good thing. I think this is a 1/16 weight. So I got the ALTI that I'm throwing it with on the Royal Legend Pro. This I could probably knock the braking system back a little bit, get a little bit more, a few more yards out of it. Yeah. I always try to get a couple more yards and look what happens. That's all right. That was an easy fix though. Hey Neil, Tristan, appreciate y'all stopping in. Like how the fog's coming across the water right there. I don't know if y'all can see it. I'm not really digging how this is going through the water. Ooh, I can take my sombrero off for a second, looks like. Yeah, it looks like I can see my phone for a second. Let me get this thing situated. Alright, now I can see. Definitely appreciate y'all stopping in. Now we can get a fish to stop by, that'd be great. Yeah, I'm not really liking how that's going through the water though. I do have one that's a tad bit bigger I may try. It doesn't have the spinner on the bottom. Heck yeah. Alright, there it goes. Mason, how's it going? Appreciate you stopping in. I may let it sink a little bit too much. Got down the little snot grass. There we go. No, not yet. So far I've caught some rain. There's a little patch of blue. My glasses are all fogged up now. No, I'm actually through on a crappie bait. Haven't tried crappie out here yet, but the owner told me there was a lot of crappie in here. I have not seen any. So far, all I've seen is bass and some bluegill. I haven't caught any bluegill, but I haven't tried to either. I guess I caught two in a net. All right. Just got something, just bumped it right there. Oh, we just went through the drought. Now we're getting the other side of it. So the only thing I really hate about it is once the ground's all dry and you get to that rain, it doesn't really want to soak everything up like it should and get trees falling. But we've been having pretty good thunderstorms for the last week now. So yeah, we're definitely lucky to be getting it. The water here in this lake was going down. There's a turtle. See a turtle. Change my brake on that again. Yeah, I guess we had about 3 weeks of a drought. It was rough. And now we're getting rain pretty much every day. But I don't know how long it's going to last, of course. Like I said, at this time of year, it's a blessing. Put it over there in the deep, see what happens. Y'all getting a lot of rain, Mason? Where you at? I'm in central Alabama, by the way. You're in Alabama too? All right, cool. Covington County. I'm in Springville, so about 31 minutes northeast. There we go. 31 minutes northeast of Birmingham. Come here, little guy. Fish on. And that's what I'm throwing. Little clobber minnow. Alright. You've been eating something. Alright, get you in there. Come on. Glad I didn't have to kick them. That was a funny, by the way. Well, he clobbered the tail right off the back of that thing. I may have to put another one on. Might try a curly tail if I do have. Oh, I've tried it a couple times, but really, I thought I had that worked out. It's a baby largemouth. Yeah, I definitely have to replace that plastic on there. Let y'all see my mess in the toolbox. I didn't bring my bag with me. I have a KastKing bag. It's much more organized, but the problem is you put so much stuff in those KastKing bags. I get a little overwhelmed. And I want to try and throw everything, so I'm like, I'm just gonna put my new stuff in here, and then I keep adding to it. I might as well just go back to my bag. It's sitting on the back of my tailgate right now. I was gonna bring it out, but I ended up not doing so. Oh, there's my bottom of my tail floating right there in the water. Yep. This is a different little clobber minnow. It's got the curly tail on it. Yeah, I think those, I could be wrong, but I think the bait space bags on KastKing, I think they're on sale right now. I could be wrong. But if you do go look at them, use promo code JKBA10, you get another 10% off at KastKing.com. Out of here is 5.09, and actually it was right below where my kayak's sitting right now is where it hit. I caught it on the Screaming Chapo top bait. 7 pounds. That's amazing. I have a buddy of mine who goes out to Lake Gunnersville a lot, and he told me I need to go out there with him. I'm actually kind of hoping this Saturday I go out there, and you know, they got lots of that out there. He's usually catfishing. He sent me a picture one day. He caught like 2 that were over 20 pounds, like pretty much back to back. But yeah, as of right now, 5.09 is my PB, and that's my official PB, because that's after I caught one that a lot of people told me was probably around 6 pounds. All right, brother, be careful. My picture, and just going by the picture, everyone's like, yeah, that's probably at least 6 pounds. But they're like, did you have a scale? And I'm like, no. They're like, okay, well, that's officially 3 pounds. Then I'm like, I bought a scale that day. I like that little curly tail. Like I said, this is a 16th ounce weight, so that's why I put it on this reel. It's got the magnesium, no, this one's got the aluminum frame, but it's got that titanium spool. Ah. Yeah, that's saltwater fishing something else. I lived down in Florida for quite a while, and so it was kind of a culture shock when I moved up here to Birmingham, and started freshwater fishing again. Come hither. Thou shalt not tangle up. What's up, Sarge? But yeah, I know my youngest son, he just turned 15 in February. I told my wife next time we go on vacation, I want to go back down to the beach so I can take him out on one of the party barges. To go out there and, you know, get redfish and stuff, because he has not saltwater fished at all. And he won't be bored with fishing out there. Hey, y'all, appreciate everyone coming in. I really appreciate those likes. It helps out. Thank you. But more so, I'm glad y'all hanging out with us. Let's see if I can't get another one on here. Christopher, what's up? Good evening to you. Hopefully that's our last rain band that we're going to get. My glasses are starting to unfog now from the rain. But yeah, I got out here and realized that my battery was dead on for my trolling motor and for my depth finder. So I don't really need it for the depth finder part because I know this lake pretty good, but I come out here probably more than I should. But still like to see where the fish are at. They do move around quite a bit. So far, I only got one. Only been out here for about 30 minutes. Had a few bites on a few different things. I'm going to throw the super fluke here in just a second. SWC, what's up, brother? I just got a monster. You missed it. Had to have been at least 3/4 of a pound. At least. I'm telling you, it was wild. You could have used that one as bait for your fish. Yeah, with a capital G, baby. That's I'm just glad it stopped raining. I was able to take my sombrero off. Yeah, I got out here and I have no electronics, including my trolling motor. So it made me feel good about having my paddle with me. So that was kind of cool. No, I haven't been on much today. But I definitely will go check it out. All right, cool. I will definitely go look at that here as soon as I get done out playing around out here. Yeah, they do get pretty big. I had one day I was catching them on a 3-inch crankbait, which I was really surprised about. As far as, like, you know, the bluegills. All right, cool. All right, that's the property owner texting me back, letting me know he's cool with me being out here. Yeah, bluegills are they do get pretty big. There's my buddy Ian, who was in here earlier. He caught one. I mean, I got pretty decent sized hands. It's bigger than my hand. And there's some decent sized ones in here, but I haven't caught any yet. This is actually the smallest bait I've thrown thus far in here. So the property owner told me that there were crappie out here, and I'm like, well, let me see if I can catch one. So far, all I caught was a bass with a crappie lure. Yeah. My son and I, we play. We do Modern Warfare. Uh, do golfing games. My oldest son, he likes playing golf, so I play golf with him. He gets mad when I beat him. And then I play games all day at work and make people mad, if that counts. All right. Let me get the old manual horsepower going. Get moved around here a little bit. Look at that side of the lake. Fat guy in a little boat. I think the last one I ended up downloading was Black Ops, maybe? I honestly haven't played it in a minute. Probably about 2 months, just because I've been doing more lives than anything else. I guess I'm gonna keep throwing this little pesos. It's a little bit of a point over here, and it starts getting real shallow again. But let's see. What is it? What are those Souls games? My son plays a lot of the Souls games. He tried getting me with those, but I haven't really got into it with him. And it's just really, I don't have the time to invest into them. You know, it's summertime now, so he's investing a lot of time into all of his games. Sure is peaceful out here. Hey, y'all, thanks for stopping in. Everyone just came in. Appreciate it. Tell you what, if y'all don't mind, after you watch me throw a lure around a few times, y'all check out my music underneath my releases tab. That'd be pretty cool. I appreciate that. My publisher releases it. It all goes there first when they release everything. All right, Mason, you be good, man. I appreciate you stopping in. I may have to go back to the chartreuse one. Thought a little curly tail one would do pretty good, but it hasn't gotten any attention. All right. Lots of blue sky now. Hear a hawk flying around screeching. I was out here one day, there's like 3 of them flying around the lake just yelling and screaming at each other. That was pretty cool. Everyone could hear it. They made a lot of racket. They're mad about something. Alright. Not digging it here. Like I said, the battery dead, so I didn't realize that's. I put it on, it was full last night. I don't know what happened. And it finally went bad. I'm gonna have to break out my other one. So we're doing it old school way. Burn some calories over here, just doing it this way. Y'all might need Dramamine while I'm rowing. Apologize for that. Hey everyone that came in. And I'm doing it old school. There's no go-go juice in my battery. The watch thinks I just got my steps in for the day. Hooked up. What's up, brother? Our Arizona brother coming in. Yeah, I ain't been out here long. Get out here long enough to find out that my battery's dead in my. I didn't really care for that, but yeah, I got one little bass a second ago. I actually decided I'd try for some. Put a crappie lure on here, and they see if there's any crappie in here. And so far, all I got on it was a bass. But that's all I've been getting in here. That's all I've been even trying for in here was bass. Oh yeah, Real stepped away for a minute. He's still in here, but he's not where he's at. He's not by his phone at the moment. I think I got down that snot grass. Yep. Usually throwing top water over here, but we'll throw this bad boy. Really try throwing a fluke here in a second. Yeah, we try to help each other out with the the likes and the viewing hours and all that good stuff. Like today when he was live, I was able to watch for a minute, but after that I was at work, so I just left my phone on. I went back to work. I was able to listen, but I couldn't see nothing. So far I've seen some fish out in the middle. I figured with this little bait I'd do better over here on the end or in the shallows, but forgot how shallow it really is over here. I'm really curious to see how this little curly tail would do out here. Yeah, I saw it too. Right through that stuff. So here's what I'm throwing right now. It's the 6 cents pesos. and I put a clobber tail on the back with the little spin tail on it. Yep, it's too shallow right here. Ronnie, what's up? Actually, there's something right there in front of me there. I'm usually fishing for bass out here, but you know, the owner told me that there was a lot of crappie out here, and so I got me a little crappie lure. I figured I'd give crappie a try, and so far all I've caught with it is a bass. So, not a big bass, but a bass. And a little clobber minnow is what I'm using. Skeeter. So of course I have a fluke and a chatterbait. I'll be throwing those a little bit too. And see what happens. Once I get a little deeper, I'll throw the chatterbait again. A friend of mine from TikTok, Big Lip Lures, he sent me a chatterbait, put one together for me. Right now I keep pushing myself way up into these shallows, further than I want to be. Alright, let's see what we got here. There we go. Quick release in the boat. Well, you're a feisty little sucker. Come here. That is not a small bluegill. Good night. It's pretty. Got a big old ear. Come on, buddy. No, actually, I did on the other side. We don't have a whole lot of laydowns in this lake, so I'm gonna I hit one. That's where I got the bass at, and on my way back, I'm gonna hit another one. Usually, I got my trolling motor on, and that was the first bluegill I caught in here. And my trolling motor, it's easier to bounce around and everything. But now I get to do the fat man in a little boat thing, so because my battery's dead. That was definitely it was a spunky little bluegill. There's some beds over here. You know, it's funny. It's like I swear the bass use beds, and then when they're done with them, the bluegill move in and they take over the beds. Alright, so that's one bass, one bluegill so far on the same lure. There we go. Not at the same time though. Reeling in a little bit faster than I want to because of how shallow I am. That's all right. Yeah, catch the bluegill first and then the bass. I saw a couple bass when I pulled up. I was first reeling out or rolling out. We're actually on top water. Haven't seen a whole lot of top water since it stopped raining. Grumpy, what's up, my friend? Hope you are doing well this evening. I am not going to be out here long. But we'll see what we can do while we're out here. There was some over here right by the shore. Oh yeah. We gotta get that stick out of there. Yeah. There's a retransplant program here. Oh, alright, good. I'll make sure I didn't mess my bait up. Alright, so far one bass, one bluegill. See if we can add to that here in a second. Yeah, first thing when I came out here that I did catch was trash that was left on the ground by trespassers. Went out to the middle of the lake, got me a new bobber. Even though I don't bobber fish, but I got one now. Tell you what, one thing I like about this little pesos is both fish. I mean, the hook set was nothing. It's got that little hook. It just right in. I had them. You got some grass on you. Yeah, I'm hoping I can go out to Lake Gunnersville this weekend. Bassmaster Classic and all that stuff. They do a lot of tournament fishing out there. It's one of the better bass fisheries in the country. Flavor D, what's up? Yeah, it's you can look it up. It's pretty awesome. They got all kinds of. They got big bass out there, big largemouth, smallmouth, white bass, striped bass. I mean, it's just, and you can get. I mean, people get their limits all the time. It's just full of bass. I'll get out there and probably won't catch nothing though, because you know I'm special like that some days. Man, I appreciate it. I try to do that myself. It's hard to keep up with the whole community. But some days, you know, it's kind of cool when we can do that with each other. So far, I got a bass and a bluegill, and it just quit raining a little bit ago. So you know, things are improving all the time. This is actually the first time I've actually used a real small weight with this reel, and it's supposed to be able to go down to 1/16, you know, casting, you know, efficiently. Right? Well, heck yeah, that's almost 20 lakes. Thanks, y'all. I know that's not what it's all about, but it is appreciated. Y'all see the fog going across there? Alright, I'm gonna go over to a lay down here in a second. Over by the dam. See how this little bad boy does over there. Take me a minute to get there, so don't be in a rush. Just remember, no matter how much I'm rocking y'all, I'm rocking a lot more. Appreciate that. And what is it? Number 20 gets a lifetime supply of free Jason Keener music. Fat man in a little boat. Seeing some fish moving around over here, so that is promising. Nice, I don't feel like I have to reel it in so fast over here because it's plenty deep enough. We get closer to the mix of stuff over here. I'm surprised they already ate this thing up over here. Yeah, this is, there's a lot, there's usually got a huge pine tree laying down right here. And then there's another tree here, and there's a tree right over here, and a fish just jumped right there. It's kind of disrespectful, in my opinion, but with me being this close and all. But, yeah, there's the fluke. I've caught a bunch on the fluke over here. This, let's see, right in front of this lay down, this big pine tree, is the second biggest fish I caught out of here. Was a 4.5 pounder. And that was with a white chatterbait just kind of slowly rolling around the bottom. And it was probably the sissiest hit I've ever had from a fish. I couldn't believe it. A little bluegill I caught a little bit ago hit harder. Yeah, that's just rude in my opinion. That's just, kind of selfish. Rhino, what's up, my friend? Glad to see you, sir. Maybe you'll be my good luck charm today. I'm actually using my reel the way it's supposed to. Ooh, the way it's supposed to be used with some little bait. I want to say it's 1/8. It's a little pesos by 6 cents. Shit, I can walk across the dam right there, and I can look down the trees and I can see bluegill all the time right here. So I really figured this would be a lot easier than what it's turning out to be. I've got zero sun right now, which I'm thankful for. I came out, I was fishing in the rain when I first got started. Alright, we're going to try the fluke, because, it's fluke. Come hither, youngin'. Where's said fluke? So along with the fluke, I didn't really say nothing about it, but of course I got the leader on here. But so on TikTok, there was a guy who worked for Lockheed Martin. He invented some fishing stuff, but he's got these little magnets. They're always pushing against each other, and supposedly it's supposed to help with the. It's supposed to mimic a heartbeat of a fish. So I was like, I reckon I'm gonna have to give that a try. So I did. This is like a cookies and cream type fluke. I don't really know what else to call it. You can zoom in on it. Come on, there it is. Anyways, a follow-up about the little magnets is I really haven't seen much of a difference with them. Now the fluke usually gets tore up over here. All right, 20 likes. Thanks, guys. Knock some of the pine needles off of that one. What's up, Rock? How you doing? Thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. So far, we got one bass and one bluegill. So everyone that's new to the channel, where y'all watching from? If you don't mind me asking. I'm nosy. All right. So we gonna get turned around. Like I said, manual power. So give me a second. How'd that go? Tell you what, we went to Arizona. I may have told you that. We went to Arizona a couple years ago. My wife and my youngest son and I, we actually went out to Las Vegas first. My son wanted to see Caesar's Palace. We went and spent the night at Circus, and then took him to Caesar's Palace. But then went to tour of the dam, and then we went to Arizona. Went to Williams, Arizona, but we went to it didn't work well. We went to a place called Bearizona, which I thought was like super cool. They had wolves and bears and an albino bison, and they had all kinds of stuff. The wolves were my favorite part of it, though. I lay down right next to that log. That's where I caught that fish that had the other hook in its gullet. It was right there, actually, where I just casted. Yeah, it's right there by Williams, Arizona, by Route 66. But yeah, it was great. It wasn't expensive to get in. I mean, it was just, and you drive through it. So like when you go around the bears and to the enclosure with the bears and the wolves and stuff, you had to keep your windows all rolled up, of course. But it was neat. Well, I wanted to go see the crater, the place we were staying. The guy's like, I mean, you can drive for like 4 hours to go look at a hole in the ground. He said, but when you get there, you're gonna be like, all right, it's cool, I saw it, and then you're gonna want to leave because there ain't gonna be nothing to do. He said, or you have to go over here, and he told us to go there. And I'm really glad that we did that instead. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's Bearizona, just B-A-R, Zona. I'm like right in the tree now. So I don't gotta worry about my propeller getting messed up. I wasn't really too worried about it. This is usually a pretty good spot. Come on, everybody. Ride the train. Alright, we about to move. So we're gonna head back this way, and this is kind of the way out. But there's also the end of the dam right here, and fish congregate down here a lot. I usually don't mess with it too much because that's where I put in all the time, and I swear the fish know my boat. Yeah, we bought some land, and we're gonna build a house here before too much longer. I told my wife just don't want to do any more vacations or traveling until we get the house built. So I'm right there with you. We don't do too much traveling right now either. So probably be a couple more years, but I'll wait till my son can drive to school. He'll still be able to go to school because my wife's a nurse there, but we'll be out of the district. So for some reason he needs to drive himself to school, and we want him to be able to do that. So hey, fishy. Doodad, what's up? How are you doing tonight? Man, that's what we've been. The last 2 days we have not been hot at all. And at work, we've been loving it. It's been like the mid 80s. We're like, it feels like spring. This is awesome. But up until then, we've been in like the mid to upper 90s. Went into work at 4:30 in the morning. It was already 91 degrees last week, and I was like, this is horrible. The Holy Mac is with us today. Hello, sir. Appreciate all y'all stopping in. Tell you what, just you look around the people in the room. We're all saying hey to each other stuff. That's a pretty good community, and I know Real Outdoors talking about it too yesterday, maybe today. Just it's I'm really glad I started doing these lives. I mean, it's like, met a bunch of good people. And I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, Chris, you're talking about try talking when you're fishing, didn't go well. I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't talking. I don't think if I was going live, if I even wasn't going live, I'd probably still be talking to myself. All right. Scoot around a little bit here. Those y'all just came in, I'm doing it manual. Once I got all set up and pushed myself out and went to turn on my depth finder and realized there was no juice for some reason. So I've been doing it manually. Old school, getting around the lake. What I'm gonna hate is if someone shows up on the other side of the lake that's not supposed to be here. So I'm going to yell at them. I'm not gonna roll over there. Usually if I got patrolling mode, I just kind of bebop over there and be like, hey, I gotta go. Definitely talking to the fish. Couple laydowns right here. I had a nice one get off right here. Gosh, last time I came out here, was not happy about it. The hook set the other day with the fluke was not working for me. Ooh. Alright, so now I got a flying minnow. As soon as I let that one go, I saw I was gonna hit that tree. Do. Thanks, Mac. I appreciate that, brother. I'm about to take it to the house. Let's see if I can get this out or if I'm going to have to just cut the line. But it's right here, so crap, I got it back in there. Success, gentlemen. Of course, now it's all tangled up on my rod and in my electronics and stuff, but good news is I didn't have to cut my line. I didn't hurt my line. Didn't lose my bait. And I'm right next to this little log right here, so. This log's tried casting alongside it quite a few times. Never actually came over to it. But I'm here now, so, you know, when in Rome. I have pulled a couple fish out from underneath it from over there by where my truck's at, but I just haven't from this angle. Tell you what, where's that little skeeter at? All right. We'll throw this over here a couple times, see what happens. Yeah, definitely need to catch something for her, I agree. I was just watching something blew up over there towards the middle of the lake. I'm like, Tell you what, I like the convenience of the trolling motor, to be honest, but I don't know, something kind of enjoying using the paddle, just paddling around. Obviously, it takes a little bit more effort, but you know, out in the middle of the woods, so obviously effort isn't an issue. So I was thinking about the whole giveaway thing, doing. I wanted to give away a Lethal Blaze combo, but I was thinking about one thing I hate. Like, there's one way. I know one of the other ambassadors, the way they do it is they'll tell people, spam the chat with stuff, and they'll use a random picking thing to pick people's, whatever number. But what I hate is all the comments on the live. Once I'm done, the comments all go away. And I was thinking about doing one where I leave it up for like a week and let people talk and make some kind of comment on there over the week, and then at the end of the week try and do a random picker and count down and get it. So I don't know, I was thinking about that, but I don't know, I'm trying to figure it out, because it turned out it's a lot harder to give that thing away than I thought it was going to be. This little thing was doing good earlier. Oh. Hey everyone, thanks for coming in. Appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, and it's like I said, it'd have to be done after I end the live is when it'd have to start. Because, like I said, once the live ends, I hate that, because that's how I messed up when I told people, go ahead if you're going to subscribe. I'll subscribe back. I figured that the comments would all be there, and I could go back and look at them, and I could be like, oh, there he is. And I could click on their name, and I could subscribe, but that didn't happen. And then, of course, I didn't get notifications, which aggravated me. That's why I have people, if they subscribe, go comment on one of my shorts, and because I get those notifications, and then I'll subscribe back to people. But it's just kind of aggravating that they take all the chats away, because I really do want to give it away. It's a great combo, and all I need someone to do is pick if they want a spinner or a caster, and then give me their address, and I'll give it to Cast King, and they'll come to your door. Oop. Tell you what, I've always liked my Asagi. I like that rod, but this Royal Legend Pro rod is becoming one of my favorite rods. Really enjoy it. Right, I'm gonna start moving over there to the truck. 3 a.m. is gonna come kind of early. Came home today, got my honeydew list done, and then the rain started, and I'm like, come on. That's alright. Once that band passed, it wasn't bad at all. Real, you're our number one winner every day, brother. You are number one in our hearts. See, I appreciate that sacrifice. Appreciate that, Rhino. Someone had to step up to the plate, right? Yeah, because I don't think the 100 people in chat's going to happen for a while because, you know, I'm still growing my channel and still getting used to the whole live thing and trying to figure all that stuff out. And we got, obviously, I got the community that, you know, like I was talking about earlier. But so doing that 100 in chat really shouldn't be an issue. Because, like I said, when I first started, I was getting 70 and 80 and I was just running my mouth. I wasn't even catching any fish. That would be the coolest because we could get the winner right there with everyone and probably even do a second giveaway. But cause I know the day I first started it, we had like 3 giveaways planned. And we got like 20 people in the chat. And I'm like, what? That was like the least amount of people we ever had. And before that, literally the chat before it, we had 81. And we weren't even giving nothing away. So I really thought they'd do a lot better than that. Tell you what else is wonky right now is these fish. So when I started fishing out here was, I want to say around September last year. And what I'm waiting to see is if the bite changes throughout the year, if this is like a normal pattern for this lake. Because September, October, November, December, January, February, it was like really good bite. I mean, it was, I wish I was doing lives then, but so I'm really excited about September and October getting here. So I want to see if that bite changes and it starts, you know, picking up like a lot like it did last year. Like, I did not expect to catch a bass on this little lure today. I have a couple of little ones I want to try now. All right, I need to stop. I need to get this one last cast is killing me. Y'all know how that goes. Oh yeah, I mean it's like you gotta love it to be out here right now, and even more you gotta love it to be watching someone else be out there struggling. That definitely shows love for the hobby. I don't even know if it's a hobby, more of just a way of life. But yeah, June and July have been this bad. August is gonna suck. That's gonna be a struggle getting through August. All right, if y'all haven't double tapped the screen, do that real quick if you don't mind. Get me up to 30 real fast. Yeah. You know, my son was talking with me about the bats are out. That's a good sign. Um, Switching to doing night fishing, doing you know, catfishing at night, which is cool. I don't mind. I like catfishing. I mean, I don't care. I'll catch anything. I don't care. But the only problem is that one kind of messes with my schedule a little bit. Definitely easier said than done. Man, I love how peaceful this lake is. Jacob, what's up, brother? I was just thinking about you today. How are you doing, sir? Haven't seen you in a minute. Last time I talked to you, you were going camping. Oh, cool. I see. That's another thing about the fishing community. I mean, you can go anywhere and you can make a new friend. I'm good. I thought I was having a heart attack the other day. I had to go to the emergency room. That kind of sucked. But it turns out a gallbladder can give you heart attack symptoms. I did not know that. So I have to go get my gallbladder checked. But, other than that, it's all good. Yeah, that sucked. I wasn't too happy about that. My wife wasn't either. Apparently, I went out fishing on Saturday, and it pretty much ended the life because I got real nauseous and I got real sick, and my chest was hurting. Sat in my truck for like an hour, calmed down, got loaded up, left. I was still nauseous, but my chest quit hurting. After sitting there with the air conditioning on for a while, and apparently I told everybody but my wife that I was having chest pains. So I got in a lot of trouble. I thought I told her in my defense. I really did think I thought I told her. But, I was having issues. And I don't think it should be held against me. But, talking with a woman's like talking with a lawyer sometimes. So, oh, it's good, man. I'm okay. I appreciate that. But that's the biggest issue I got going on right now. Just next Tuesday, I get to go do a consultation with a doctor, and then we're going to check my gallbladder. So I don't know why we can't check it then, but that's all right. They got to get their money too, I guess. So, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it could have been worse. But I ended up going to the emergency room, and they checked me for blood clot in my lungs, a stroke, which I knew I wouldn't have a stroke, and a heart attack, and all the tests came back negative. So that was good. I'm gonna fail a test. Those are the ones I want to fail, right? Appreciate it. I'm glad you're doing good, man. How's the smoking going? That's the big thing we need to know. I've been pulling for you. Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Tell you, every time I try doing a little backwards cast, I get a little backlash. But the good thing about this little lure is when I do get a backlash, it's not a bad one. All right, everyone. If you haven't heard me, and then just Jacob coming in here reminded me. If you go to my releases tab on my channel, that's where my publisher releases all my music first. So y'all check that out. Hey, John, how's it going? I know, man. Like I said, quitting smoking was the hardest thing I ever did in my life. But once you do it, you're gonna know you can do anything. I promise you that. It is time for me to get my butt in the truck and leave. It's about 2 minutes to 8. And I'm on my last cast, and I have been for about the last 20 minutes. Uh, 8 p.m. here. Sunset was 7:54. My phone makes it look a little bit brighter than it is. Like, for real, I'm gonna, like, I don't know, y'all have seen me drive out of here. I've left my phone on while I was driving out. It gets spooky out here in the middle of the woods. Heck yeah, thanks guys, I appreciate that. It's the small things in life, you know, it's kind of cool. And it helps out. I don't know how the algorithm works, but I was told it helps out. And it's kind of what we're doing here. Scotty B, what's up? How are you doing? See, this is why my one cast lasts for an hour. And I know we touched base on it earlier, but I do appreciate all y'all and, you know, coming in and whatnot, and just the little community, the fishing community we have. I think it's good. Lots of good fellas. I'm doing good, sir. I've been fishing for almost 2 hours now. I was only gonna come out here for like an hour, but you know, I get to run in my mouth. You know how that goes. Like I said, I'm on my last cast for about 20-25 minutes now. Actually, that really was my last cast. I do need to go. I'm drifting away from my truck, and you know, like I said, I'm on manual power today, so I done rode all over the lake. My watch is excited. It thought I got my steps in. Made it through a rainstorm. That was kind of fun. Didn't ruin my my new phone, so that was good. Chris, you have a good night, brother. I appreciate you stopping in. Appreciate the support. That's what we do, right? Fat man in a little boat. It's a lot easier to get up there on the bank when I got the trolling motor, but you know, it is what it is. It be what it be. That was up high enough, I guess. Oh, I guess the one good thing is the water's nice and warm. I guess that's the best part about the weather being so warm. Yeah, see, and I was towing around. I still had all the electronic stuff on there because I thought my battery was working. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and end it now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate y'all stopping in and showing some support. I do. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. And, man, I hope everyone has a great week. And I'll be around y'all's lives. I'll try to get out here another time or two this week. But I got some other little baits I want to try. So, see how many of these bluegill I can pull out of here. God bless, Jacob. Thank you, man. You too, brother. Y'all be good. Everyone be safe. And then we'll catch y'all next time. Thank you.